Okay. It's not 15 after the hour. Well, yeah, we're the early bird, you know?
All right, all right.
All right, so we got, let's see, Craig and Eric.
Oh,
Loyal, faithful.
oh my goodness. So we get to show up. So before we totally get started, like, how do you feel about the skills of your Blockstars? Like, did you feel like disappointed or like, or anything like that? Did you have any of that?
So, yeah, so that's a really good question. So, initially, when I was, when we very first, were like let in, and it was kind of like, oh my gosh, let me just, it was like a frenzy, like
Yeah.
looking at everything. Yeah. And I first started looking at my collection, and there was a little bit of disappointment. And because, the first thing you see, and I don't think I gave this as feedback, but the first thing you see is that star rating. And
Yeah. And
so,
there's a lot of empty stars.
yeah, exactly, which makes sense. We haven't even, gotten in and played at all. There's been, and so I think what we have to realize is a lot of these block stars, you consider them to be like new artists, and um their skills are not gonna be. Yeah, are you pulling up?
Oh yeah, I've got mine up. So yeah,
Okay.
keep going as you're talking.
Let me, yeah, I just want to change my settings a little bit here. And okay. Yeah, so I like I said, initially I was kind of thinking, oh, well, this is a little rough on some of them, but then, I started scrolling down and you see all the stats. And, I think Nico mentioned this
That should be his
in a
official
comment.
name is Nico or Nico.
Nico.
We that's
I'm
we
just gonna go
only
with
call
that.
him that.
Hey, Liz, you're here. Great.
Welcome, Liz. Welcome.
Welcome. So I was saying that, I started looking, and yeah, I had some that the star rating was not super great, but then I scrolled down and some of the skills were like in the 80s, 90s, even 100. And I started to understand better. And
Hmm.
that changed everything for me. It kind of went from uh-oh to more like, oh, okay, what can I do with these guys and how can I combine these guys?
Eric's saying it's Nico, and we're gonna say no. It's Nico or Nico. That is the official term now. Just like weeks, not months.
Yeah. Nico or Nico.
Nico or Nico.
All hashtags now.
He has brought this on himself. This is so.
Although, traditionally Nico would be Nico, wouldn't it?
I think so. I think you're probably
Yeah.
right, but who
Yeah.
knows?
If
Who
I,
knows? Now,
yeah.
okay. I have a confession to make about when skills are revealed. You do your initial look over, like, okay, so these are my block stars, and then you go over, you keep looking, going back. I did this. I am freely admitting that I did this. I went and tried to find all the block stars that I had sold to see if there's like regret. It was like checking out your ex on Instagram or something to that effect.
I did the exact same thing. It's like stalking your ex, exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Let me see if I can find the one that is the one that got away. I think this is the guy. Oh no, that's not the one. Oh man, what was it? Was it 651? No, it wasn't that one. It was a pink table DJ that I had let go and was low ranked. It looked kind of cool. It kind of matched, and I was like, I could probably get a profit on this one. And now it's like a really super high ranked DJ. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I kind of had a trombone that I tried a really long time to sell because there were other things that I wanted. Let
Yeah.
let's just put that out there. And yeah, of course, it turned out to be like a 4-star a trombone player, but you know It's okay.
Oh
I'm
my
happy with
goodness.
what I have.
Oh, me too. Oh, me too. I have to like. I still have like. I've got one. I've got my one DJ. I was really worried. I was hoping this DJ would do well. So it's where is he? He's got the purple background. 6007. Just because he's like so matchy. He's got the purple background, purple hair. He's got the gray table, the gray pants, the white hat, the white glove, black shirt, black shoes. Like he's just perfect in terms of how he looks. And I was worried, and he ended up being 4 stars. So I'm super pleased that the ones that I really wanted to do well are doing well. So yeah.
Okay.
Oh man,
That's good.
yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I think you made a good point. I'm glad you asked because it was kind of an emotional roller coaster, you know. So, not to dramatize it at all, except for yes, I am dramatizing it.
Yeah, that's kind of the feels that I get, right? Like if like I'm not sure what to make of them and that sort of thing. And I had, because I know you see a lot of the empty stars first. The second thing I saw was like, okay, I want to see if I could get like how many big star, like how many potential ones do I have? And now I've kind of shifted my focus, and I am hyper focused on the wage. Like the gap between potential and
Oh,
wage. That one is really, I'm like,
interesting.
It's not about being the
Interesting.
best. It's about being the best and doing it cheaply.
Yeah. That's a different tack than I'm taking right now. I am not so concerned about wage. I'm more looking at, okay, what skills can I put together? You know, who's good at what, and how can I use them all in combination? So if I see something,
Yep.
even if
Yep.
it's like 2.5 stars max, but it's like it's got a really high rating and something, I'm going for it.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. One thing that I've noticed about mine, I've been going through mine, is that I think I have an abnormal amount of block stars that have the potential of 100 writing. And so
Wow.
which leads to me to believe, like, I hope if I have block stars that are just really good at writing, could they write songs for other bands, like that
Yeah.
I don't own?
I
Like, can I
know.
have
That would be
can I have the
cool.
songwriting
Yeah.
house? We've got the
Well, I thought about that too, but that goes for everything. Like, like say,
you got the promoting
I have,
yeah.
yeah, like someone who's gonna be a great, um, uh, what's it? Like some instrument, pick any instrument, a great drummer, for example. Drummers, unless you're like, super famous, like
Mm-hmm.
Phil Collins, who then went on to be the lead man of Genesis or whatever.
Yep.
But drummers take the back seat a lot of time. So, um, but just because you're taking the back seat on fame doesn't mean your skills aren't like top notch. Also, guitars. How many guitarists made their life living as their wage as backup guitar players or session artists, things like that. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm kind of thinking about. Let me see here. We had a good comment that I wanted to bring up.
Oh, by the way,
Uh,
hi to
yeah.
Brendan. Welcome in. It's awesome. Good to
Oh,
see you here.
cool. Liz said, I'm still holding all of my block stars, still too early for me to get rid of any, which is also
That's
interesting. That's some good restraint right there. She's not being reactive at all, which is it's kind of cool.
Yeah, and Craig says that he swears he's going to build a 2-star band and seeing if he can get it to riches. Which that there's a part of me that wants to do that too. Like I've got my profile picture is by far my least rated block star, but he's not a 2-star. I don't have any 2 stars, but I thought about that same thing of like
Yeah.
I want to take my lowest ratings to the top and just prove everybody
Yeah.
wrong. Although
Right. Well, I mean, what this brings up to mind, like one hit wonders. Like, will we have
I
any of
hope
those?
so. I hope so. I hope there's like, you've got your Rebecca Black Friday song that happens to hit the charts. We never hear from this person again. And
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Which is, that would be kind of cool too. I mean, and look, there are plenty of mediocre bands that have made a ton of money.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's not all about being on the charts, right? And I think that's part of it. You have the recording, you have the charts, but there's also gigging. There's also like doing shows. There's busking. Like there's so much to it that I'm pretty excited. Now I know you sent me a bunch of pictures of some statistics that I figure we should
Yeah.
probably have a
So
look
before
at.
we
Which,
get into that,
oh
just everybody who's here,
yeah.
this goes without saying, but like and subscribe, please.
Oh right,
Tell your
shill.
friends. And also, oh no, Craig, you did not.
Did he matchbox? Yeah, he did. He totally
You
did.
matchbox 20'd. That's going to become a verb now. I hope that you did not mention that when I was talking about mediocre bands who are extremely famous and wealthy. So maybe we should just
He might have.
move
Oh my
on.
word! That's some shade that's gone on. Oh my goodness.
The other thing is, we've heard from a couple of you, but like to hear from some more of you. You know what your strategy is, what you're thinking, how do you like the stats page, all that good stuff. Uh,
Yeah, Eric's agreeing with me about the never hearing Rebecca Black again. It's Friday, so I could admit, like, so this morning I was just like, oh, it's Friday, and then oh no, like that little melody kind of went into my head. I'm like, I need something to get this out. This is not okay. Uh, not fun. Not
Thank
fun.
you, Eric.
Appreciate that,
That's very
buddy.
sweet of you.
Oh, and
Matchbox
Frederico's here. You're late, but you haven't missed anything. We've just been goofing around, Federico.
now.
You're good, my friend. You're good. We were showing off some of our fun ones and our first impressions of our feelings, not necessarily what it looks like, but our feelings, and
Yeah.
it
Well,
both.
like Liz was saying, she's too attached
That's true.
to her
Well,
to her Blockstars.
right. So if you and I are the type that are looking up our exes on social media to see what they're doing, what does that say about Liz then? Does that? No, I'll just leave that there.
No, no, no. Let's not. Yeah. Let's not go there. Let's not relationship compare this
We'll
to that.
we'll eHarmony these Blockstars yet. It'll be good.
Yes.
All
But
right.
I mean, there is a lot to be said for that. You know, if you've been here since the beginning, which I think a lot of us have, you know, there might be a couple that you actually minted, and you're just you have you're attached to them, and even you know, like you with your DJ, even though you didn't mint that, as we found out.
As we found, I legit could have sworn that I had, and I guess I just bought it like shortly after minting. I saw it and I bought it.
Yeah. Okay. So
All right, all
let's
right,
move
all right.
on
So what
to
graphic should I bring up here first? What did you bring for us here?
so okay, so there's one that shows let's go with the wages because I think
Wages.
everybody
Okay.
was interested in that. Um, we have been able to sort of cobble together the list of all available wage types, and I think anyone who was in the town hall yesterday, you know, I did have a back and forth with Sherry a little bit about how wage type is mostly tied to star rating, but also brings in some other intricacies.
Okay.
So yeah.
Now,
So
did we find out because I had to miss some of it because I fell asleep the town hall and I'm still waiting on the recording. Do we know like if somebody is reasonable, are they going to get like is there still a range within reasonable for wages, or is it like no
oh,
reasonable is like 55 roll per day or something?
so no, we did not ask that. That would be something good to actually ask in another upcoming
Okay, okay,
AMA.
okay. All right,
Um,
all right.
so ranges among the wage types. Yeah, that's interesting. But I think you have up now the graphic. Um, from what we can tell, those are all of the different categories.
Well, those are all of the ones
Um,
like we looked through all 10,000, so
mhm.
that's what I
Yeah.
pulled
So
out.
So this is it, pretty much.
So do you have any on the top or the bottom? Do you have a rock bottom or an extortionate?
I do not.
Neither do I.
There's
Yeah.
an extortionate, number 9135 is the lowest rank extortionate.
9135?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the lowest rank extortionate. This one?
Yeah.
It's
Maybe?
4.5 stars. So like, there's nothing lower than that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So its rarity is 1926.
Oh, it's rare. Okay, so it's the lowest rarity of that one. Okay.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
sorry. The lowest rarity with extortionate as the wage. And its max stars are 4.5 and its current are 3.5. So that sort of makes sense. I haven't even seen what it is. Is it a
It's a xylophone player, a regular xylophone,
Okay.
not the rainbow version.
Oh,
So
okay.
I could say, so we could go from this one. I'll go to 916. So this is an extortionate that I just found that is only 4-star, and there's only one extortionate max overall 4-star. It's a banjo player, 916.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this one is actually the most trained Blockstar. So like they're the ones that are closest to done is 916. And so
Of across the board.
across the board, I think this is the closest to being fully trained and done.
So okay, because he's at 3.5 and the max is 4.
Max is 4, and then looking at the skills. But I mean,
Okay.
I haven't fully tested that theory. I've kind of only spot tested it, so I reserve the right to be wrong on that one. But it's close. It's
It
close.
makes sense
This one.
because I think I have another graphic that shows the current star rating breakdown and the max star rating.
Okay. So we got
Right,
here's
breakdown.
the initial one. So the initials, you're showing 990 have 0 initial star ratings. That's actually lower than I thought. I thought there would be more of that. But of course, most of them are in the 1 category, around 3,000 of that, and then they really start to taper off. And there's only one that has 4 stars.
Yes.
My guess.
There's only one.
My guess is it's rank 1. My guess is Darth Drummer.
It's not. I don't think it is.
You don't think it is?
Rank 1?
It would be 9696.
Oh, okay, it is. Sorry.
That's Darth Drummer.
Sorry.
Yeah, there he is. And this was crazy
Yeah.
because it's rock bottom. It's the only 1-to-1 that's rock bottom too, right? Like what was it? The DJ, the golden DJ, I think is
it's
rank
rock
2,
bottom.
is cheap. So it's not rock bottom.
It's the golden DJ is cheap.
Is cheap. Yeah, not rock bottom. And then
You're talking 8888.
yes, I am. Yeah. And then if we go to 7777 is frugal, and that's space star girl. I don't know what we're calling that one. And then if we go to Brittany in the school, cheap. Oh no, that's not Brittany. That's sugar pop girl is cheap. And then if we go to the school, it is frugal. So yeah, there's some good. There's only one that is 4-star, and that one is also rock bottom. So, and it's rank 1. So I guess it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, and so I mean, it kind of makes sense because if you think about the background and I just feel like maybe so you're I'm a little behind everyone, so in the displays, so I apologize for that. But I think standing in front of lockers in what appears to be a high school hallway, are you going to command a really high salary? I don't know.
It's true. Are you saying you can extort children? Is that where you're going with this?
I'm not saying that at all. Not at
I'm
all.
pretty sure. Okay, fine.
I'm pretty sure I'm not saying that, but
All right, max star ratings. Max star ratings. Which has a
okay.
bit of a bell curve, right? You know, from the 2 up to the 4.
Are we
So
looking at max star
yeah,
ratings
we've got
now?
the max star ratings up 1. At 3, we're almost at 3 grand of, and then it just kind of like that's where the hill kind of lies.
Okay. Max star ratings. Sorry, I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage here. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah. So it seemed it does. I was looking at it and I'm like, this is very bell curve-ish in a way, which kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
If you want to put math terms on it, which I
Well, of course we do. Like, because this is a music management game. This is a simulation game. So if we don't put math terms on it, then who are we speaking to at that point?
exactly. Okay, there you go.
Uh,
Saying
X
Brendan
X.
is asking, what's the other 4-star?
What's the other 4-star? There is only
I
one
don't.
4-star.
Yeah, I don't. I was gonna say I
There
don't
is
think there
only
is.
one, and it's
Yeah,
rank 1. So it is the 9696. It's the drummer, Darth
and we're
drummer.
talking currently 4-star. There are 1267 that can be 4-star maximum.
Yeah. If we look at the max star, 570. Or no, yeah, 1267. You're right, 4-star. The
Yeah,
now, out of curiosity, do you have any 5 stars in your holdings?
I have a couple of 4.5, but no 5s.
See, yeah. So I managed to snake 1 5-star for 1 soul very quickly. I think I was one of the first
Yeah.
ones to nab that, and I was pretty pumped. I was pretty excited about that one. But I do have. Let me see here. I think I had another 5-star. Oh, right. So the story goes, I had bought like a high epic a while back, and I had to buy it bundled with something else to get the other thing that I wanted. So I was kind of stuck with this high epic maracas player that looks like Mr. T that I did not like. Like, I'm like, I don't want another maracas player. I'm not interested in this. And I tried selling this thing, and I went so low for this high epic, and and so I couldn't sell him. I tried, and it turns out it's one of my 5 stars. It's Blockstar 9623. Which makes
Oh, so
sense.
that is a 5-star. So you have that one and the one you picked up.
And the one I picked up, I think I might have another one. I can't remember. Maybe I don't. Like, I have the trombone for sure. Oh, and this one, my old white guy who's singing. It was my other 5-star, Blockstar
Okay.
5052. But I'm
Yeah.
also, yeah. I've
It's
got some
good.
goodies.
I'm happy with, like I said, I have a couple that are 4.5, and I'm happy with them. I'm also happy. I think you mentioned before and about writing skill, and I've noticed also there are quite a few that have, that are really really high in the writing skills, songwriting skills, and I think that to me that's sort of like a hint, like songwriting is going to be important. Um,
I think so. Well,
and
I mean, that's kind of the bread and butter, right? Like
it is. It is.
it,
It
it
really is. You can't go
Abraham's
anywhere without it.
looking at all my star ones, and he's
Yeah.
saying I have a lot. Like, I do, buddy. I do. I've been busy.
So this is what happens when you're in,
Oh.
I don't know where in Canada, staying up all night hunting block stars.
Hunting block stars. All right, so I have up here a clarinet person. Now, this is, I would argue, I don't own this one. I don't know who owns this one. I would argue is potentially the best block star out of the entire. I mean, other than the 1-to-1, certainly. Like, Darth drummer is going to beat them all. But this one, 1780, is a rock bottom salary, but a potential of 4.5 stars. So
Hmm.
I would suggest that, just based on pure math of this being rock bottom and this is the top one. And there's a lot of potential, right? Like, potential 100 for clarinet, potential 100 for recording, potential 100 for fame. Like, if you're looking for a long-term block star, whoever owns this one, feel free to just gift them to me.
Well, but it kind of brings me to a lot of questions, right? So This is a clarinet player, right?
Yeah.
Um, we've heard that bands can be as few as one block star. So does that mean a clarinet player could go out on their own and just try to make it out there in the big city? I mean, it feels like a clarinet player needs needs other band members. Well, first of all, they need songs, and I guess if she's good at songwriting, she can write her own, but she can't really sing them. So
Well, maybe, but if you go into recording, because I think that's going to play into it as well. Like I think when you get into recording, if you have a block star that has three different musical instruments, they could play all three on the recording and thus save
yes.
you like
Hmm.
overall salary for that potentially. Whereas if
Yes.
they go to gigging, they can't do that, and you have to have bandmates to back them up. That's
Right.
kind of what I'm
Right.
thinking is going to happen.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I think I mean we're analyzing this like
so
way overly,
early.
yeah.
Oh
which
man.
which I think is like a sign of things to come.
People are
Uh,
throwing up some block stars in their block star numbers, so I'm bringing them up of what their favorite
okay,
ones are, and I'm just scrolling through them. There's some really good ones here. I'm appreciating. 2533 recommended by Brendan is one of his or hers or theirs, I guess. This one, the hat to me. What is that hat called again?
I love that hat.
Yeah. So I want, if I go into mine, I'll go over to mine. I've got a bunch. So I've got the brown version of the hat, but I got a whole bunch of block stars that have the white and black version of that hat that are all high ranked, that are really good at writing and singing. And so I'm like, I want that black and white hat band. Is what I'm gonna go for. But I need a
Okay,
drummer with that hat. Is the
so
thing.
men with hats.
Men with men with hats. Yes, yes. Let's do it.
If you need band names, you know where to come.
That is wonderful.
I got a million of
All right,
them.
number of music skills. I'll bring that up. So you went and looked at these, and this is what you got.
Yes. So it's less well, it's almost half that have just one. Um and it's also this one isn't really a bell curve. It's I think the majority have one or two, and then a lot fewer have three possible music skills. And by this I mean when you see your initial instrument, there are two that are one or two that may be locked underneath, and
Right.
those are the musical skills. I to me, I when I see that, I'm very interested in that block star because first of all, I love the mystery of it. so so if that's what they were going for, they got me on it. But I also think it's potential. It shows potential. So
Well, and
um,
and we know so the overall star rating of the block star. So if you have your block star, let's take one of mine that has multiples. So oh no, that's not going to work. Let's do a lower rated one. So sure, I'll take. Here we go. Blockstar 3622. So this ukulele player is 3.5 star as a potential. Once these musical skills are revealed, the overall star rating, like potential star rating, will not change.
no, right,
Because I
exactly.
was curious, like how much is that hidden? So there's a part of me that's wondering, can I at least discern the skill rating of two hidden musical talents? I may not know which instruments they are at, but can I discern what their ranges might be based on the star rating, the potential star rating? There is a
Mm,
mathematical formula that exists where that will
in
be
some
true.
giant spreadsheet on Sherry's computer, maybe.
Exactly. Yes, I need two MacBooks, one to break and one to continue on, to make that work.
Exactly. Um, you know, I don't know. I'm sure there is a some sort of mathematical formula attached to it, but I think just because just because your current skill in your instrument that you're minted with is not that high. I think there's potential that the second or third you could be higher at. That's just what I think. I like to think that anyway.
Yeah, that was Barks's question, and I think that's going to be the case too. And the reason why I say that, because I've got a few that are in the 3.5 star range, and it looks like all of their skills are lower than my other ones. Like the lowest potential skills are overall lower than other 3 stars. So then that leads me to believe that whatever that hidden skill is, it'll be higher. But I could be wrong. Like we're 1 day into this, so I'm really just speculating. Exactly. But I do think it would be, and I think it would be fun if it was, right? Because then that's something we could figure out, and then maybe even abuse when we're buying new Blockstars.
I was also thinking that, with the second and third musical skills, are they going to make real life sense? Like I play acoustic guitar, so maybe one of my secondary skills would be electric guitar, or maybe even like mandolin or some other string instrument. But then it takes me back to vocals, which the secondary musical skill could be almost anything, which also is it kind of lends itself to real world thinking as well. Yep. A lot of vocalists play instruments, as we know. So, but I was just wondering, if somewhere there was some sort of like this Blockstar is in the stringed instrument range, and this one is in the brass or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I don't know if they're gonna cross genre like that, right? Where it's gonna be string and brass. Like I don't know if I'm pretty sure they're not, right? I'm pretty sure that's in the white paper where it's not like. But I do think that, because I wonder about. So if I look at my DJ, for instance, like my profile picture DJ, so has it doesn't have any. I thought he had to man.
Yeah, my DJ does not either.
My
one
like
DJ that is real world.
There is one hidden musical ability, so I'm guessing it's not going to be like, DJ Table Pink. He can also play, like it's not going to be that sort of thing. But I wonder is singing going to be one of those? I would suspect it would be, because singing is kind of cross board.
Possibly, yeah.
So I could see that being the thing. Maybe another instrument for that, but what I'm most interested in is if singing is an additional one, if it is one that is like that any Blockstar could potentially get as one of their second or third abilities, then if we do the reverse and you look at singers that have extra abilities, we don't know what category they're going to fall into. So like this Blockstar 2533, which I think is owned by Brendan in the chat, this could be they could be a guitar player, they could be a piano player, which would be really cool, right? Because then maybe I can finally get a decent piano player. But those types of things, and I'm interested to see how that plays out, particularly with the singers as we see.
Oh yeah, skills. Yeah. To me, the hidden skills it ups the value in my mind, because I think someone was saying in the Discord today that
I had to run downstairs, but did the kids unplug the modem? What's going on?
Are you having a snowstorm out there in Canada?
Well, of course. I mean, when are we not having a snowstorm?
We did not rug. Once you're back, Liz W, we did not rug. That is the ultimate diss right there. No.
Well, I mean, more and more I'm hearing it, like if you're in Twitter Spaces and Twitter Spaces kicks you out, you got rugged.
Yes, I know. Me too. I'm hearing that. I don't like it though.
I think we as a community need to soften the blow is really what we need to do when it comes to that stuff.
I think that I need to veto the use of that phrase for anything other than negative connotation, because it does have a negative connotation.
Anything other than negative connotation. Love it. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. I got to catch my breath because I ran down the stairs, ran back up the stairs. And
oh, wow.
It.
Great. I was just sitting here trash talking you the whole time, so it's great.
Well, it's good. I'm glad I couldn't stream that. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I know. You're glad nobody heard it, so it's great.
It's great. It's wonderful. I got to bring up my database back again, so if I want to go search something, because I was trying to like, you know, because we started stripping the sales data, right? I'm like, well, who's buying what? Like, how many 5-stars have sold since we knew? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but like, yeah, okay, so they have, but there haven't been that many that have popped up on the market. There have been some, but I'm just seeing across the board just sales, you know,
Yeah,
like booming, totally booming.
Well, and like I picked up a 4-star singer today for like 0.35 soul, and I'm like, yeah, I am so down with that. And it had the hat, so the hat's really good.
Oh, there you go. Well, okay, so here's something you said you just picked up a 4-star singer. Is that what you said?
4-star singer with a hat. Yeah.
With a hat. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm seeing is a lot of people are liquidating right now. So they're taking a look at what they have and they're saying, you know, nope, and they're listing. Now, since the beginning of Blockstars, I have wanted a trumpet just because I want my band to have a trumpet. Okay, so finally I was able to pick one up because, you know, he's 2.5 stars, but you know what? I like him.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna have a ska band,
his trumpet skills have a potential of 68, which is not too shabby.
That isn't bad. That isn't bad.
Right.
And that's
I really like him.
And that's part of it too, right? Like it just, even if their like musical skill isn't like, oh, they're gonna be the star of the show. You don't really want that, I don't think. Like if everybody had straight up 100s, it just wouldn't go well.
For sure, exactly. Your band would break up. So.
Oh man, everybody's talking weather in the chat. I see that. Latin music use trumpet. That's true. That's true, Walter. Welcome, by the way, Walter. Latin music does use the trumpet.
A lot of musical genres use trumpet. I mean, there's a
just
band
not good musical genres, but yes, it's true.
No.
A lot of.
Okay, yeah. Here's where we part ways. I know. No, there's a band that called Haircut 100 that I've loved for forever. And
Haircut 100. Okay.
Yes. They're British band, and I love them. And a lot of their stuff has trumpet in it, and that's kind of where my love for the instrument. In fact, when I'm gonna let something personal slip here, when I got married, which I was married, one of my biggest things was, okay, in our wedding band, I want a trumpet. And guess what? We had one.
Oh man!
So that was exciting.
So that's strange because normally, like, now I'm thinking about like limited time events and like we need a wedding singer. Like, there's got to be the wedding singer. Oh wait! I'm gonna bring it up. Where is? I had this is the wedding singer Blockstar. I'm telling you.
I'll reserve judgment until I can see it, which will be any second now.
Oh, that's right. I gotta share through Discord here too.
This is the one.
This is the wedding singer Blockstar in my mind.
I kind of thought it would have more of an Adam Sandler vibe going.
Well, it's true, but I mean, like he's got the overcoat and just this. He's kind of got like the sleazy lounge singer look. That's the way that I envision.
Okay.
Speaking of, this one is currently for sale at 0.75 soul on Magic Eden by somebody.
I wonder who owns it.
We should have like, we'll just turn this into a straight up Blockstar Shopping Network channel. And we'll
gratuitously
there's only 3 left at this low price.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So I had a couple of just real quick here because we're kind of running out of time, but I had a couple of things to bring up. We've looked at the stats page quite a bit. So I wanted to give a shout out to Liz W for getting the top fan badge last week. And I searched high and low to find the screenshot of it, the image of it, but I could not find it. But that is a thing, people. So
That's awesome. Yay for Liz.
Yep.
Liz is wonderful.
So congrats to Liz W. If I find it, we're gonna share that again, and maybe Craig can help with that. And let's see. I wanted to just talk a little bit also about some of the things that we have going on. A couple of people have had some great ideas, and we've started sort of working on those. And this is outside of the realm of utility tools and coding and things like that. This goes more towards community and nurturing the community. Fedit is working on, and I love his term for it. It's so British. He's working on an infographic. So, which when he says it, I'm sure it sounds a lot more melodious than when I say it. But he's working on an infographic, and it's going to be catered towards newbies, which I think is a great idea, and looking forward to seeing that. I don't know if he's on right now. I think he was earlier.
That's all right, but
yeah. All right. And then the next thing, Liz W had a fantastic idea also, which was sort of a Blockstars university, which went through a lot of Harry Potter naming convention iterations.
As it should. Blockwarts is not a good name.
No. Blockwarts, no. So that's going to be coming up at some point, and those are going to be videos. So also informational, maybe not geared so much towards newbies like the infographic, but more towards just informational about not just Blockstars, but the NFT world in general. So looking forward to those. Do you have any little announcements?
Little announcements. Well, I think one of the things I want to talk about a little bit is the Oracle. So with the introduction of the new skill set and system and things like that, is the Oracle still accurate? At present, I would say no. Not totally, because we're not making buying decisions based on instrument rarity and origin and mask right now. We're primarily making decisions based on star rating or skills or things like that. That being said, Cranzini and I did spend a lot of this week preparing for this. And so we are capturing the data live. So if you've bought a Blockstar, we will have captured that, knowing the price, what was the current snapshot of the star rating, what was the current snapshot of all of the skills, as well as all of the potential kind of skill snapshot sort of things. And so we've captured all that data, and we know what we're going to do with it. We just haven't implemented it, and we kind of need a couple of days of data of buying and selling in order for it to become more and more accurate where we'll implement. So it is going to be updated. We expected that this would be the case, and we want to make sure that it is good and ready to go for everybody. So that's my one announcement on the coding side.
Big announcement. So pretty much you spent the week nerding out, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Great.
Yes. Yeah. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can write SQL theories with my, strings without with my eyes closed now. It's just.
Oh yeah.
I should have just spoken to you and only spoken with inner join statements. Just to link my thoughts together.
Let's be honest. You kind of did only speak to me in SQL statements, so that's okay though.
Oh man!
Select time for live stream.
Yeah, and one thing I'll say, and this is just I know you're gonna share the sentiment, but I'm gonna put this out there, and I know many in the chat that are big Blockstar folks are gonna share it as well. But big thank you to the Blockstars team. One thing that I am noting, because I've been a part of several play to earn, like the P2E space in Solana, and I've seen so many projects when something gets released, there's always this like downtrend at the tail end of that release. Like there's a lot of hype to the release, and then the release comes, and then there's a lot of tail end to that. And we are seeing that a little bit with some of the sales, but with Blockstars, what's different is that the release is quality. I kind of have been getting tired of other play to earn spaces where the release has been, it's lackluster, it's buggy, it doesn't work. There's like, it's like, okay, this feels like a game I played like 4 or 5 years ago, if not longer, when I first had a computer. This doesn't feel exciting and fun. Blockstars doesn't feel that way for me. And the excellence by which they are releasing each little iteration, I am loving, and I am super excited for. I'm glad to be a part of this community. So big thank you to the Blockstars team.
Yeah, totally echo your sentiments. And one of the things that really hit me was stats page it's not really gameplay, but it kind of is, because in this game it's all about strategy. And one of the things that I love about the release of the stats page is that as soon as I looked at it, my brain started turning, and I started thinking about all of my strategies, and I wanted to know more. And I think that's, that goes to, how well done it was.
Oh man, there's a part of me that like I was, we have all these stats, and I'm like, can I do this with it? Can I do this with it? And I'm like, I want to write a program that does this. Like, I want, like, I don't even care how it looks. I just want a list. I want to see all of the block stars that are currently for sale in Magic Eden, be able to sort them based on max star value or current star or their skill, their writing skill max, and all of those things. And I'm like,
totally.
I could do that now. And so I've been turning over.
I'm thinking I'm gonna need a little cutout image of myself to just put in front of my work computer for my day job, so I can focus on all of my little analytical charts for Blockstars.
All right. Well, I think that's it for us. Thank you all so much for coming out. To Liz, I see in the chat. Barks, I see. Craig, Eric, Bogdan, Walter. All of you are awesome. We Brendan, thank you so much for coming out, supporting us. And by all means, like, tell your friends about Blockstars, because this will be fun. Our community is growing. We're getting to know one another. We all really like each other. We're all pretty cool people, and we have a similar mindset. So I'm so excited for the future. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends, all of the other stuff, and we'll see you all in the Discord. Take care, everyone.
Yep. Bye.